strap in and get ready for After Hours with TC Restani. This is Abigail Harwich, executive producer, welcoming you to the show. And now, TC Restani!
Alrighty, welcome to the After Hours with TC Restani, the podcast. I'm TC Restani, emanating from the palatial podcast penthouse. Trick or no treat, the day after Halloween, look who has returned to the program, the one and the only, the executive producer of the program, the lovely and talented Miss Abigail Harwich. Abby, where the hell have you been?
I have been very busy, and I'm very happy that it's all over with, that I'm not busy anymore.
Well, you know what? I knew where you were. Obviously, we were friends and we talk off microphone, not camera, off microphone. And you've had a very busy summer, which we're going to go into full force here on the program. Because inquiring minds want to know. I have friends that follow you on Twitter. And you've been very quiet on Twitter because you've been gallivanting around the world with Mr. Stargazer.
That is true.
So everybody's...
Actually, I forgot about all that.
So people think I'm your agent, and they're asking me, where's Abby? Where's Abby? It's like, well, you know, I hear from her every once in a while. Here's a picture of me and such, or here we are at Mr. Stargazer doing this and that. So I've been living vicariously through you around the world. Now, the last time we did an episode of this particular podcast, the After Hours of TC Restani podcast, was sometime in June. All right?
A lot has happened since
It is
then.
November 1st as we're recording this.
When you said November 1st, I was like, oh my God, it's already November. It's Christmas time.
It is Christmas time. I already heard Christmas songs on the radio.
No way.
I guess no longer do they wait to Thanksgiving. Once Halloween ends,
crazy.
Once the clock goes from the 31st of October to November 1st,
Mariah Carey's on the radio.
Jingle bell, all that other crap, even though it's 2 months away still.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But before we talk about Christmas and New Year's and all that stuff, let's backtrack here.
Okay.
What have you been doing between June and November 1st?
Okay, I'll give you a rundown of my timeline. So in June... I'll go through all the trips around the world.
Yeah. Give us, come on, Miss Indiana Jones. Where did you go?
So in June, I went back to Newport, Rhode Island for a wedding.
Okay, that's not really a trip around the world.
No, but I love Newport. I love it there. That was just the beginning of the journey.
I had an aunt who smoked Newports.
That's the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Actually, there's something in Newport that I really want to do, and we were going to do it when we went down to go to the wedding, but we didn't end up having enough time. There's a railway that you can, you like pedal like a bike, but it takes you down like a scenic thing on a train track.
Okay.
It's really cool. I just wanted to do it.
Don't touch the third rail though.
No, but I don't think that.
Okay, so you were doing an old-fashioned train ride?
Yeah, it's like not an actual train though. It's just like a platform with seats.
Okay.
And you pedal.
So it's an exercise bike.
Kind of, but it's like fun.
A scenic exercise bike.
Yeah. Well, I think it would be fun, but I haven't.
But you haven't done it.
I haven't done it. I'd like to. But so I love Newport. We went there, and then July. I don't think I did anything in July.
4th of July, you blew up some fireworks.
Yeah, there was 4th. I don't even remember what I did for 4th of July at this point. I don't even remember what I had for dinner yesterday. And then August, I went to Cancun, Mexico.
Okay, that's what I want to talk about. You tweeted out a few pictures of you down in Cancun. Now, you were in front of some, what was that, like some Mayan temple or pyramid? What was that?
Yeah, so that was Chichen Itza.
Cheech and Chong, what?
It is actually the Mayan calendar.
Oh, really? 2012?
Yes. No, that
was it was supposed to end on 2012. Yeah.
So the, I guess it was temple, pyramid. It wasn't a pyramid, temple, whatever it is. The structure, we went through the whole thing, how each step, there's enough step for each day of the year. And then
so were there 365 steps?
I believe it was the steps was the same amount of days in a year. And then, something was about like how many months were in a year, and something was how many days are in each month, and it was all based on this one structure. And then of course my boyfriend's like, this is why I believe aliens are real, because there's no way these people were able to do all of this.
I highly agree with Mr. Stargazer because...
Oh my God, you guys will get along great.
I know we will. Because
maybe I'll bring him down here one night.
Bring him down. I'm surprised you didn't come down now. But let's be honest, pyramids. They were built by peasants who didn't know how to count with their own fingers and toes, but they built these monstrosities that have lasted 5,000 to 10,000 years.
Well, get this. This is why. This is one of the selling points on why he is convinced that aliens did this. Based on how far away you stand from the structure, and we did this as an experiment. If you clap, you know what a reverb is?
Of course, yes.
When you clap, it echoes reverbs 7 times, which is how they decided there was 7 days in a week.
Really? I thought it was because God created the world in 7 days.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought you went to Catholic school.
I am a Catholic, but I didn't even like think about that. But it's crazy how you can clap and it will reverb exactly 7 times, no matter what side you stand on. If you clap, it will reverb 7 times. Only 7. And if you get closer, it will still reverb 7 times. If you go farther away, it just won't reverb at all. But that's just wild how it only does it 7 times.
That's insane.
And then, oh my God, a stray dog ran all the way up, all 365 steps to the very top, and never saw him again. Don't know what happened to him.
I know what happened to him.
And my boyfriend has a video of it too.
Really?
A stray dog randomly just came in, ran right up.
Maybe we were created by the dog people.
Maybe. You never know.
And it's like a Bigfoot sighting. You saw this like
you never know.
Aztecian, Mayan, whatever, dog climbing up to the top, and maybe he got zapped into a different dimension, like kind of like the ending of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Could be the Kingdom of the Crystal Dog.
Probably. That day was a horrible day. So
why was it a horrible day?
So none of us, the group of us who went, have never been to Mexico before. It was a great time. However, there were so many hidden fees. Between me and my boyfriend alone, we paid $400 each in hidden fees alone.
Just to see a dog climb a pyramid.
We already paid for all these excursions and everything before we even left for the trip. And we still paid $400 in hidden fees.
All that money goes to all the drug lords.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. But that day we got on a bus to go all the way to Chichen Itza, and we stopped and we swam in a cenote. A cenote
At
is...
a Sunoco? Isn't it a gas station?
In America, yes. No, a cenote is like a freshwater spring.
Oh, yeah. Was there any piranha?
I hope not.
Did anything like, I don't know the word, quote unquote, fishy come near you when you were down
yes.
there?
In the cenotes, there's many, like tiny fish, like minnows, but they looked like catfish.
Ooh.
And they would like suckle onto your foot or your leg.
Suckle onto your foot.
Like they would attach to you, and like it was weird. But I sliced my toe open that day.
Oh, any sharks come after you?
No, but I stepped in a puddle that was gray and you could not see the bottom of it, and I picked my foot up and all of a sudden there was just blood everywhere. So yeah, this trip was very interesting.
This sounds like a fun trip.
But anyway, so
dogs biting fishes.
So by the
dirty ponds.
So by the time we got, this is the best part. So we're on the bus. We find out it's going to be a 3.5 hour ride. My boyfriend hates buses, so that was really fun.
Now, why does he hate buses?
Because he hates driving places.
Really?
That take a long time. But also, there were 2 routes that the driver could have chosen from. We had our maps out because we were watching. He could have gone up the highway. It would have taken us an hour and a half. He went all the way around the Yucatan Peninsula.
He's proud of his dirty country.
No, it's because they wanted our money for more.
They had to probably charge a gas tax or something.
So we get to this. So we had to go from Cancun to Yucatan. There's like a state, I guess it's like a state line of border that you had to cross. And once we crossed it, of course, there's like National Guard everywhere with all these guns and everything and whatever. It was very terrifying to me, at least. And we get over the border and they're like, okay, we're going to take a quick stop. Like you can get out, go to the bathroom, stretch your legs, whatever.
You mean the bus didn't have a bathroom on it?
It did, but nobody used it.
Of course.
I don't really blame them. But so we get off at this stop, and our tour guides at a coach bus. This bus is filled with people, and we actually got in a fight with the people behind us.
About what?
About the seats being reclined.
Okay. What, were they hitting you or something?
No, they were mad that we reclined our seats.
Oh.
And we're like, well, you can recline yours too.
Were they Americans?
They were.
Oh, why were they upset then?
Because they're stupid. I don't know. They really.
Did we get their names so we can bother them?
No, I didn't even ask for their names. But anyway, so we get off to this pit stop, and the guy's like, also, just letting you know, we're going to be going into the jungle where there are lots of mosquitoes and bugs, and you could get a deadly disease. So we highly recommend that you buy our bug spray, because who would have brought bug spray? We didn't know we were going to the middle of the jungle.
Well, if I was going to Mexico, I would have brought some bug spray with me.
Right. But on that specific excursion.
Did they have any windows on this bus?
Yes.
Were they closed?
Yes.
So it wasn't like an old school.
No, it was a coach bus. It was a nice coach bus.
Oh, it was like a Greyhound or something.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So So everyone buys this $10 bottle of,
which you probably stole for 3 cents.
Because we're all freaking out now that we're going to get some like disease that's going to kill us. Yes, yeah, he even said malaria. So we're like, oh my God, okay. So we bought it. It's like a travel size bottle I could have put in my suitcase on the way over there for $10. There were 6 of us. I think we all of us used it. We passed it around. I think we used it down to the last drop. We stop and then we go to the cenote first, where we can like go swimming in the fresh water, whatever. From the cenote, we went to Chichen Itza. So we put the bug spray on because he's telling us to, because we're gonna, get eaten alive and get malaria and all these things.
Fun trip.
We get to the cenote and they don't let you in the water unless you shower all of your lotion, bug spray, and everything off.
And you have a return trip, right?
Oh, we didn't even get to the jungle part yet. So we now have to shower off all of this bug spray that we paid $10 for.
So you can go swimming in the cenote.
Yes, and then get out and then go to the jungle. So we get to the jungle and there's, of course, a gift shop, because why wouldn't there be? And I went in and I saw Off, like, the brand.
Of course.
Off. $9 for the size of your water bottle over there.
And my water bottle is a big bottle. You could like off everybody in the world.
I know, I bought it and I kept it for myself.
Welcome to the jungle. We got off in fun and games.
Seriously. But anyway, so we went to Chichen Itza and it was really cool, and the whole Mayan calendar and everything. It honestly was mind blowing. And then they had an arena over there for like when Mayans, like when they would play sports and stuff like that.
Like a gladiator pit?
It was kind of like that, but the way it was designed, think of like a football stadium, but longer.
Now, you're football from England or American football?
No, American football.
Okay.
Longer than a football field, an American football field. If I was sitting on one side and you were sitting on the other, like end zone to end zone, and I was talking just like this volume right now, you'd be able to hear every single word I was saying because of the way that the acoustics were built.
Really?
You're telling me all of these people who like don't even have an education, don't even like know... Like it blows my mind. And then of course my boyfriend's like, aliens did this. You can't even tell me that they didn't.
Well, he's right. I mean,
it is weird to think about.
Or it could be like a really weird bug civilization down there.
You never know.
Because bugs have really good hearing, and dogs have really good hearing too.
Now you're making me think. I'm gonna have to
with the dog whistle. We can't hear it, but the dogs can.
That's weird. And you know what else was weird?
No.
Whenever they would win their sports, the winner got killed.
Well,
why would you want to win a game? I would want to lose.
Because you are honoring your God.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it was. It was out of honor. They killed the winner.
Because God wanted winners. God only accepts winners.
That's wild. Winners. But anyway, yeah, it was crazy. We got lost in the jungle on the way back.
Where exactly is Cancun in Mexico? I mean, I know Tijuana on the southern part.
Cancun is like the southern tip, I guess.
How long did it take to get there?
By flight, we flew from Boston. We flew probably, I don't know, we had a layover in North Carolina. I want to say it was like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And then from North Carolina to Cancun, it was about 3.
Really? That's it? Okay. So it's not that far down.
It wasn't bad. And then after everything else was great. It was a great trip, but I was definitely ready to eat some American fast food.
What are they serving down in Cancun these days?
Literally just a corn tortilla with like corn or rice. They don't believe in like sour cream. That's offensive to them if you add like sour cream to it.
So they're vegans.
Aside from the like beef, yes, everything is spicy. I don't even like spicy.
It's all shit they grown.
Yeah, there's like they don't even put cheese on anything.
Do they have cows down there? Did you see any cows in the jungle?
No, it didn't.
What did you see? What kind of weird animals did you see in the jungle?
Literally just dogs.
Just dogs?
Stray dogs everywhere.
Not like crazy birds or anything?
No, not really.
Spiders the size of sanitation trucks?
Thank God. If I did, I would have gone home. I would have gotten on a plane and flew home.
Well, speaking of that, you love airports.
I do. I had the time of my life this year so far. I've been in the airport so much.
I mean, for those of you who are listening maybe for the first time, shame on you, but Abby, we can affectionately call her Airport Abby. So what were the airports like in Mexico? Were they easier to get through than the United States airports?
No. I will literally never go to Mexico again just because of how much of a process it was to get home.
Really? Well, give us the process.
So, before we even left the US, none of us had been to Mexico before, but all we knew was that there were forms we had to fill out. We knew we had to fill out forms. So, and they're all electronic. So, whoever, we traveled with one person who was fluent Spanish. So she knew like everything. She was able to communicate with people, and like I felt very safe being there. And she knew how to fill out all the documents and everything. And she sent us this link to the document we had to fill out, like who our traveling companion was, what our flight number was, where we were coming from, where we're going, blah, 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 how many days we're going to be there, what the date is. We all filled it out before we left to come home. So we filled it out before we went to Mexico, but we filled it out so we could come back into the US, just so it was done. So we fly into Cancun, and we get off the plane, and they're handing out these like sheets of paper that we have to fill out before we walk down the little ramp and go to customs. Not one of us had a pen. Nobody had a pen. So now we're like standing in the hallway like cattle, waiting for somebody to like pass around a pen. We had to fill out all of the exact same information that we already filled out online. And we had to make sure all of it was right, because if it wasn't right, we couldn't get back into the US. So now we're all like freaking out, making sure like everything is precise, like our passport numbers, everything.
All the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. Yeah.
And of course, all of us filled out the wrong freaking returning flight information. So we had to cross everything out and redo it. It was horrible. So we finally get to customs. We waited in line at customs for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours standing in line. It was horrible. Whatever. So we get out, go to the hotel, blah, 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 blah. We had to schedule our COVID tests when we got there before we could come home. So we did that. We come to the Mexican airport, the airport of Cancun, to come home. We had to show the check-in people all of our negative COVID tests, and then we had to make sure we still had the sheet of paper that we filled out when we got off the plane, or else we couldn't get back into the US. So we had to have our COVID tests. We took our vaccination cards with us. We had the piece of paper that we filled out. And then we go through TSA. And as we're walking into line, there's like this banner, like a, I'm trying to say like a poster, but like standing up on a stand.
Okay.
Anyway, it was this banner, like an advertisement for something, but of course it's in Spanish and I'm not paying attention to it. And we all walked past it, and then someone was like, hey guys, what is this? There's a QR code on it. That took you to the same link of the stuff we already filled out before we left. That only is available to use for a day. So we filled all of that out for no reason. We had to refill all of it out before we got to the front of the line at TSA. We had to show them all of our pieces of paper, all of our documentation, all of the COVID test stuff, the forms that we filled out electronically. There were people in front of us who didn't fill it out right. They sent them all the way back. We waited in line for TSA for like an hour. They had to go all the way back. They were going to miss their flight. It was just hectic. I would never, ever want to travel out of Mexico back to the US again.
Well, you wouldn't, if you got stuck there, all you had to do was just cross the border, all the illegals. You could have easily gotten home.
Yeah.
They're not doing any COVID tests at the border. That's for damn sure.
No way. But oh my God. Yeah, it was a lengthy process, and I'm
but was it worth it?
It was, but I don't know if I'll go back.
Just to get the selfie with the pyramid.
Totally, yeah.
Could have photoshopped that and just lied,
I know, honestly. We went snorkeling.
Oh, yeah?
Very fun.
Did you see any exotic fishes?
We did. I don't know what the names of them were. I don't know what they are, but yeah, we did. It was really cool. We went ATVing and ziplining.
Ziplining, huh?
It wasn't like ziplining literally through like the jungle. There was like a course, but
okay.
It was still really fun.
Did you have to use a green card for that too?
No.
Okay. See, I'm never going to go to Mexico, so I don't care. I have no interest.
It was fun.
In it at all.
I don't really think I'll be back, but it was worth it for the experience.
Theoretically speaking, a couple of years down the line, when Mr. Stargazer gets down on one knee, you won't be honeymooning in Mexico.
No.
No. Okay. Now, I also saw you going through Abby's travel log here. You spent your birthday.
That was next.
In Seattle.
Not only in Seattle.
Where else?
On a plane.
That's right. On a biplane.
On a seaplane.
On a seaplane.
Because my boyfriend is the best person in the entire world and knows how obsessed I am.
Well, obviously, Airport Abby. Where else are you going to take her? On a plane. You're not going to put her on a bumper car.
Okay, so that's another story in itself, actually. So whatever, we come home from Mexico, and we know that our next trip is to Seattle for his cousin's wedding. in September. And his birthday's also in September. So we're like separated by a week. And it just so happened that in between both of our birthdays was our 6-month anniversary. So it was like perfect.
Oh, this is so nice.
It was perfect.
So
it was
special.
It was just perfect the way it landed that we would be in Seattle. So I've never been to Seattle before, neither had he, but we fell in love with it. I would move to Seattle 1,000%. It was beautiful.
Now, I've never been to Seattle. I knew a few people from Seattle. They always say that it's like a giant Davis Square in Seattle.
I mean,
the attitude of people, like Cambridgey.
Honestly, everybody in Seattle like minded their own business.
Really?
Yeah, it was nice.
It's because it's always raining there, isn't it?
Yeah, but it wasn't like depressing. It was like beautiful.
Isn't the weather similar here in Boston?
Yeah, kind of. It was colder there.
I mean, the lake that you looked at, you could have been on a lake in New Hampshire.
Yeah, it was colder there, I will say.
Well, you are closer to Canada.
Yeah, but yeah, it was awesome. So he kept telling me how he had this big. So for his birthday, I took him to the Patriots home opener.
I saw the picture.
He's never been to the Patriots game.
I've never been to the Patriots game.
Really?
And I'm going to continue that streak.
I never knew that.
Yeah. What do I care about sports?
Well, that's the only Boston sport or New England sport, I guess, that he's never seen.
Really?
So, and the home opener happened to be the day after his birthday.
You ever gone to roller derby?
No.
Well, that's a New England sport.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So obviously that's not true. He hasn't gone to all of them.
Well, I haven't either then, apparently.
Well, you know what? Our good friend Bill Montana has a hook in with roller derby.
We're going to go.
Okay, good for him.
But so he kept telling me that he had this big surprise. He wouldn't tell me what it was. Nothing, wouldn't tell me what it was. And
now, were you kind of nervous that you thinking about proposing?
No, I wasn't, but my entire family was.
Really?
My entire family.
Okay.
Like my cousins, my aunts, everybody. I did not think that because we have talked about that, and I know that that's not happening for a while.
It's way too soon. I mean, I'd have to slap it out of you kids.
No. Not anytime. Well, like eventually, but not anytime right now.
No. I'm not saying.
So I knew. So I was not nervous about that at all. But of course, my entire family was. But I knew something was happening, and the first thing I said to him, I go, "Are we getting on a plane?" And he was like, "No," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I went through a list of any possibility I could think of.
What were some of the weirdest things you had on that list that you might have been guessing?
I thought we were going to go swim with otters.
Swim with otters?
That's on my bucket list.
What are you from, like a friggin' lumberjack in Canada?
Well, he kept giving me hints. And it like made no sense.
Okay, I have a bucket list of like, I want to be in a hot tub with Daisy Ridley. All right, not swimming with otters. How was that on your? I mean, did you see like Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas as a kid?
No, I just think that they are literally so cute.
They're like filthy beavers.
I don't care. I love them. Anyway,
okay, it must be an English thing.
That was one of my ideas because he kept telling me like I've never done anything like this before, and I don't know, just the things he was. I can't even remember them off the top of my head, but the things he was saying, I could not think of anything.
But swimming with otters popped in your head.
Yeah, because
have you mentioned this to him in prior conversations?
Oh yeah.
By the way, Mr. Stargazer, I really want on my bucket list to swim with otters.
Oh, he knows, and you can do it in California. That's why I thought.
Okay.
Because we were near California.
There are otters around here, you know. You can go to like Ipswich or something.
But there's a place in California where you can actually like swim with them, like dolphins. You swim with otters. Okay. Anyway, so, and then the last clue that he gave me was it had to do with water.
Oh.
And I was thrown for a loop. I had no idea. And I was like, are we going to the aquarium? Like, I had no idea. Are we going to go visit where Titanic sank? I would love that.
I'd do that.
But my whole family knew what he was doing. And it just made no sense to me because I said to my mom when I was packing to go to Seattle, like, I don't know what I should bring to wear on my birthday. Like, should I bring a dress? Should I wear jeans? Should I bring leggings? Like, and I kept asking everyone, like, should I dress comfortably? Because everyone who knows me knows I hate wearing jeans. I hate them. I would rather wear leggings or sweatpants.
Yoga pants.
Yes, we've talked about this. But
as I'm noticing right now, you are wearing yoga pants.
I am, because I love them. But like, so if I have to dress, I love dressing up. So if I have to dress up, I'll dress up. And then everyone's like, no, don't wear a dress. You're going to be uncomfortable. And I'm like, okay, should I wear leggings? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, should I wear jeans? And they're like, yeah.
Well, you wore jeans in your photo shoot.
And I was like, but will I be uncomfortable in jeans? And they were like, no.
But why did you wear jeans in your photo shoot?
What photo? Oh, just because they look nicer.
Okay, but you don't like them, but they look nicer.
Yes.
I think if we had a poll out there, more people would want to see you in yoga pants than jeans.
It's understandable.
So, did anybody give out the Clint, like Kurt Cobain or anything like that?
No.
They didn't?
No.
You have any idea what that means?
No.
That's where grunge rock originated, in Seattle.
Oh, you're going to lose your mind when I tell you this. So, okay,
Kurt Cobain is swimming with otters?
No. Oh my God, why can't I think of it now?
I don't know.
What's like the famous band from Seattle, grunge? Oh my God.
I just told you, Kurt Cobain. He was Teen Spirit there, whatever it's. Yeah, I'll get back to it.
Oh my God. No, Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam. Oh, okay.
His cousin who got married.
Yeah.
Her husband's family lives in the house where Pearl Jam originated.
Okay. Well, that wouldn't blow my mind because that's 90s, and I hate the 90s.
Yeah, but you should have seen this freaking house. Oh my God.
I've been in mansions before. You've been to my mansion.
Yeah, I know, but oh my God. You should have seen this place.
Was it really? Did you take selfies in it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
They have like a family portrait like the size of that wall over there.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy. But anyway.
Now this is your, I almost said fiance. Your future fiance's relatives?
No, so he's related to the bride.
Oh, he's related to the bride?
Yes.
And how are they related to Pearl Jam?
She married the...
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, now she's related to Pearl Jam.
Yeah. But, so... whatever. So my birthday rolls around and his family went home and him and I stayed for like 2 extra days for my birthday. And like the Lime bikes that we have around here.
Of course, yeah.
They have motor scooters in Seattle.
Really?
And they're hooked up to the Uber app. So all you have to do is open your app and then go scan the scooter and you just start your ride. It was so much fun.
Do you have to wear helmets?
No. You can pick them up anywhere, leave them anywhere. So we took the scooters like everywhere. And for my birthday, when we were getting ready to go to this place, he kept saying like, we need to be there around 5:45. And I said, do we have a set reservation time? And he's like, yeah, but don't worry about it. Like, we just have to be there around 5:45, like 6 o'clock.
This is at the airport.
No, this is just when we're at the hotel.
Oh, gotcha.
And he's like, but it's not far from here. And I was like, what the hell are we doing? It was driving crazy. I literally had no idea. Because every single thing I thought, he kept saying no. And he really like threw me off. So we take the scooters and we're driving down this street and there's like a huge like garage. I don't know. It must have been a company that was like closed and it's like rocky like driveway along the water. Like it kind of looks like Medford, honestly, this area that I'm talking about.
Boy, that's exciting, huh?
So he just pulls over on this like gravel driveway and he's like, we can just leave him here. We can stop here. And I'm looking around like, where the hell are we? We're in the middle of nowhere. Like, what is even over here? Like, what are we even doing? And he was like, it's a little further up, but we just have to walk there. And I'm like, okay. I don't know why we can't just take the scooters, but okay, whatever. So we start walking and he crosses me across the street and I see this sign on the side of the street that we just crossed from. And it says Seattle Seaplanes. And in my head, I'm like, we're getting on a freaking seaplane. But he already said we weren't getting on a plane like 5 times. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we aren't. Like, I don't know. So we keep walking straight. And he's like, it's just a couple blocks away. So in my head, I'm like, okay, then we're not going on the seaplane because it's right there. But something in my body was just like, no, I know you're going on a plane. And then I said to him, I was like, can I see it from where we are? And he was like, yeah. And I said, are we getting on a seaplane? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh. Okay, whatever. Because I didn't want to seem like disappointed in whatever he had plans. I was like, oh, okay. And then I looked at him. He had this like look on his face and I go, are you sure? And he was like, nah, yeah, just kidding. We're going on a plane. And I like lost my mind.
I think I heard the scream all the way from Seattle, to be honest with you.
Probably. It was wild. It was so fun. It was so cool.
And that was the video you posted.
Yes.
Of your plane ride there. Now,
oh my God.
Now, how long
awesome.
were you actually in the plane ride for?
Probably around 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. So it was literally the pilot. Her name was Caitlin. She was awesome. And then it was me in the front and then he sat in the back. He was very nervous. Flying makes him very nervous.
Well, especially in a tiny little thing like that.
Yeah, but she explained to us, just because I'm curious, of course, and I'm asking her a bunch of questions, and like she explained how takeoff works, how landing works, how all these things work. And now I'm like, wow, this is so cool. And then he's in the back and he's like, I don't think I'm scared of flying anymore.
Well, literally, when I said earlier, you were like the female Indiana Jones. And remember in the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark, he got on a seaplane, but there was a big snake in the plane.
Yeah, I'm all set on that.
There was no snake in your plane?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, that was, and then we left the next day.
But you went to also the top of the Space Needle.
Yes, that was awesome. That was really cool. I just know that that's like one of the things that Seattle is famous for, so I just wanted to go.
I would never do what you did. I saw that picture where you're sitting on the glass.
It was really cool.
I hate heights. I'll fly in a plane and look out the window.
It was really cool.
But there's no way I'm going up on that.
And that was the day of my birthday too, and they had a bar up there. We got trashed.
You got trashed on the Needle.
It was awesome.
So Mr.
Cool.
Stargazer took you on the Space Needle.
Yes, and then we got McDonald's. It was the best birthday ever.
What'd you have?
I don't even remember. Probably a Filet-O-Fish.
Filet-O-Fish?
That was my favorite.
You like Filet-O-Fish?
But the other night, we got a McChicken with the Big Mac sauce. Game changer.
Well, Big Mac sauce is just Thousand Island dressing.
Yeah, but it was a game changer.
Really? Did you put pickles on it?
No, I didn't. Oh, no, wait. I don't know. Did pickles come on a McChicken?
They could if you asked for them, I guess. There's pickles on a Big Mac.
I love pickles.
2 all-beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
It's true.
It is.
I think I told you about those gas station pickles that we had.
Yeah, we were supposed to get them, the fried gas station pickles.
He got them for me the other night, and I was like, these are the best.
Time out. Mr. Stargazer, if you're listening to this broadcast right now, and I know you are somewhere down the line, hook up a friend here. Listen to me. I mean, I like pickles, and you can get me some gas station pickles.
I'm going to bring them next time.
You better.
I'm going to.
You promised me and Julie were going to.
I forgot.
But then you vanished and went to Cancun.
You're lucky I came back.
I bet they don't have fried pickles down in Cancun.
No, they don't. But you know what? Now that you said that, there was one thing I forgot to tell you about when I went to Cancun. I thought I was going to die one day. So the day we did the ATVing and the zip lining, you go to this, it's called like Extreme Adventure. And it's a park where you go ATVing and you go ziplining. We didn't know this until we got there, but when you get there, they tell you that you're going to go ATVing. After ATVing, you're going to go do a tequila tasting, which was awesome.
Was the worm there?
No, thank God.
Okay.
We did a tequila tasting, and then after the tequila tasting, they took us to another cenote, which was right down the street. And then after the cenote, we did
Did you have to take another shower?
No, yes. They don't let you go in it unless you shower like everything off.
So they're getting you liquored up for some reason. Are they trying to like pick your pockets?
Right. So we go. So they shuffle you through all the events because they have like so many people there. It wasn't like crowded, but they keep you in like your group that you registered for. So in our group there was 6 of us, but in our group total there was probably like maybe 15, 20 of us. That went from like ATVing, cenote, tequila tasting, whatever. So we get to the tequila tasting, and then like, we're going to take it to the cenote next. Yay, woo, we have to go out the back door. They literally shuffled us out through the back door, put us in vans, shut the van, jumped in the front seat, and went flying down this dirt road. I turn over and look at my boyfriend, and I go, do you realize how sketchy this is? They literally just shuffled us all out of the back door of this theme park, put us in vans, slammed the door, and now we're going like 70 miles per hour down a dirt road.
Is that what the cartel do down in Mexico?
Yes. And I'm looking at him like, this is freaking me out. And he's like, yeah, now that you say that, that's kind of weird. And he's like holding my hand like really tight. And I'm like, I really hope that this cenote's right here. And it was, sure enough, it was right there. It was a national park. It was fine. Then they did the same thing on the way back. And we were fine, but just the fact of being shuffled out of a back door, thrown into a van, can't understand a word they're saying, flying down a dirt road.
Were the windows
in the middle
tinted?
Of the jungle.
Were the windows tinted?
Yeah, because it had like, when they like mask a car with like the
plastic
like
junk,
advertisement. And, you see like the little dots, you know what I'm talking about? That's
Yes.
what it was. It was wild.
Now, when you do the shower thing, do they like hose you down, or is it like real shower?
No, it's like an outdoor shower, but it's not like
So you're in a group of 15 people. Do you all have to use the shower at the same time?
No, it's just like water spouts, like a shower spout.
Okay.
You just
All
like
right.
go press the button and shower everything off and then leave.
So it's like something like the Y. You would do it the Y.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
But still, they're
I'm
crazy
thinking
there.
like a fire hose, and some guy named Chico is going.
Probably. That's so funny. No, but yeah, it was pretty annoying because and then me with my cut open toe, I'm like trying to walk across this gravel and get showered off, and it's just.
So note to anybody, if you ever go on a game show and you win a trip for 2 to anywhere in Mexico, Abby will not go.
No, I won't go. Sorry.
I won't. So there you go.
I would go if no, never mind. I wouldn't go.
You would go if you had a military escort.
Yeah, and now they're like the same group of people who we went with. Like, we want to do all these because there was like 2 other couples. So now that we all can go on like couples vacations, they want to do so many of them. I want to go to Disney with one of the other girlfriends, and we're going to plan a trip to Disney
Again? Wouldn't you just do like earlier this year?
Yeah, but it's so much fun. But then all of them are like, let's go to Punta Cana. Let's go to Punta Cana. I'm like, can we go somewhere where like, can we go somewhere here?
Where do they want to go?
Punta Cana.
What is that?
It's like an island. It's like a Mexican island or something. Caribbean. I don't know. I'm all set. I'll go to a beach in Florida.
You go to beaches around here too.
Yeah, but it's cold right now.
Okay, I'm not saying right now, but I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You go to beaches all the time during the summer.
Yeah.
But no Mexico.
No, I'm all set.
I'm also with Mexico either. I really don't.
I'm glad I had a memorable experience, but that is why I said to everybody while we were there, like paying all these hidden fees, I was like, you know what, whatever. Let's just pay it. Let's get the best experience that we can. Let's have a great time. Because what if we don't come back? Like, what if we never come back here? At least we can say that we did it and had a good time. And you know what? I'm glad I said that because I'm not going back.
Mexico is only known for 3 things: illegal aliens, drugs, and Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty much.
That's it, and they all came here. So I don't need to go there.
Yeah.
Fun. So what else did you do over the last course of the last 4 or 5 months?
I'm in grad school still. I'm finishing up. I'm
Okay.
finishing my Master of Fine Arts degree.
Masters of Fine Arts. For those of you who may be listening to the program again for the first time, shame on you. Abby is going to school to become a actress?
No.
Okay.
I'm technically getting my degree in theater education.
So you're going to be a teacher of theater.
Yes. I'd like to work at the collegiate level, but now I don't really know if theater's for me anymore.
So what do you think is for you now?
I have no idea.
So you went to school for 4 years.
I would like to make money and live a life where I can support myself. That's what I want.
Well, isn't that everybody's goal?
Yeah, but this is not the department for that.
Really? Just because of COVID or just because of the decline in
I think
theatricals?
since COVID, no. I think since COVID, I feel like we've talked about this before. I don't even feel like, I know because I see it. People have too many boundaries. They are too sensitive about things. And it's creating a toxic work environment, which is really a shame because theater is a place where everyone is welcome. And it's turning into this toxic environment that nobody wants to be a part of anymore.
They're no longer, free love and all this other stuff anymore.
And you know what? Maybe it's just because I've been in it long enough now that I see it. But it's a whole different ballgame.
Are they censoring stuff? Is that what you're worried about?
No, like I shared an article the other day about how Melrose canceled Halloween in the school systems, and people from my program and whatever were commenting, telling me that I was homophobic, transphobic, I wasn't liberal enough, defining critical race theory, asking me what the hell this is, telling me to stop sharing stuff. And it's just like, let me have my own opinion. Like, I feel like...
Isn't there still a First Amendment out there?
You would think.
Hanging on by a thread, huh?
Yeah, less than a thread. But
well, that's why podcasts are so huge, because people are tired of being told what to do and what to say.
Yeah.
So they've all, done what we're doing.
Yeah, and it's a shame because I feel like the program that I'm in is less about creating theater and creating a welcoming environment and letting people express themselves, and now is turning more into what I know when is liberal enough, and why we need to be the agents of change in this world, and if you're not trying to change the world, what are you doing? And I do agree with that, but I personally do not believe that I can make a significant change in this world. I'm a white woman. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but like, I am just one tiny fish in a huge, huge ocean. And I could die trying to change this world. But in reality, what am I going to change? I could change a lot by making whatever I'm doing or making my environment a welcoming environment, sure. And encouraging other people to put their best foot forward and be welcoming and creating a space of belonging. Sure, I can do all of that. And that in turn will probably change a lot. But I'm just not this... activist that's going to go out into the world and try to change people and sway people's opinions and tell them they're not liberal enough to be alive.
Right. Then they'll think you're a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and I'm just over it because I feel like now I almost like have to be that person because that's what everyone else surrounding me is like, and that's just not who I am. And it's theater is just turning into a place where
now,
I want to be performing, and that's about it.
You think it's theater on the local level or the whole, the Broadway level? You think all of that's changing too?
No, I feel like people at the Broadway level probably have always been like that.
But what do people complain about? Isn't theater fake anyway?
Yeah.
It's all make believe.
Yeah, but I don't know. I really can't even explain it. It's just people are getting butthurt over everything, and I'm over it.
Well, yeah, people have a hair across their ass over everything.
Over everything. And in theater, it's no different. And it's just, theater is a place of creation. And yeah, it's work, but it's fun. And if you can't have fun, then why are you doing it?
Exactly. Then it's a job.
And exactly. And that's what it's turning into. And that's just not for me.
Well, that's why at After Hours, this is TC and we're definitely not PC down here.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So you have an open platform on this program.
Yeah. And I love it because
no one's going to censor you here.
And that to me is welcoming.
But you know what? I've been doing a lot of, Twitter space chats over the last couple months. Now, Twitter is the platform that I use. I don't use Facebook. I have an Instagram, but it's bootleg. I only use Twitter. All right. And Twitter, I don't know what genius came up with this, created Twitter Spaces, which is basically a live audio chat room.
Yeah.
Where you can chat with people who follow you or don't follow you. They find you and whatnot.
Right.
I have met over the course of the last couple months some people that I have talked to more in the last couple months than people I've known for 40 years.
Yeah.
And shout out to my posse out there. You know who you are. Sherry S. from Toronto. Nathan from Bristol. He loves you, by the way.
Yes, I know. I have to meet him.
Give a shout out to Nathan right now.
Hey, Nathan. How's it going? I hope I get to actually talk to you soon. I've heard a lot about you. He
loves you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, well, I can't pinpoint. I know I'm talking British accent. I can't pinpoint her accent. Is she from England? Is she from Australia? And I told him the story that your mom was from England, your dad was in the government, quote unquote, and you moved here when you were like 2 years old, grew up in the Boston area.
Yes.
But you kind of lived with your grandparents who were also from England, and you just never really lost it.
Well, I mean, it's definitely more Americanized now from being here, but
But it's still there.
It's definitely still here, but it's definitely more Americanized. I've been here for quite a while.
Obviously, you had your birthday in September. What did you turn? 24. Oh my God.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, you're so old.
I know.
24.
I feel it.
Are you kidding me? I don't even remember 24. But getting back to it, we have a bunch of different opinions in this Twitter space. There are people who are liberals, people who are not liberals.
But you're allowed to have that opinion.
But we're having fun talking about it. We have fun every night when we do these.
Yes.
Chats. I can't. It's liberating.
Yeah.
Because these are people from all over the world. These just aren't people in our neighborhood. We got someone from England. We got someone from Canada. We got some people from Georgia. We got some people from North Carolina. We got people from Florida. All over the place. And everybody. It's a lot different than you think. A lot of people agree with what we're talking about.
Oh, I believe that 100%.
All right. And every time we bring up something, you go, oh, Twitter's going to shut us down tomorrow. They're listening right now. But they're not listening. But I feel that this is a wonderful thing. I mean, we in this country, in the United States, a lot of people have a hair across their ass about things.
Yeah.
People around the other parts of the world could care less.
Yeah.
We should be more like them. I mean, they're all envious of us. Everybody I talk to that's outside of our country, except Sherry, who lives in Canada, is envious of the United States. I found this out talking to our good friend Nathan over in England, that you have to pay a license to watch television.
Where?
In England.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like I should have known that.
You pay your cable bill like you pay it over here, but you have to get a special license to watch the telly, which is weird. It's like, that the government is really controlling you. He goes,
oh yeah, it is. It definitely is.
He even says, you have no idea how lucky you are to have a First Amendment, a Second Amendment, and all this other stuff over there. So we do take a lot of things for granted in this country.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely we do.
And it's a mind-blowing thing. It's opening up a lot of vision to me when I talk to these people around the world. Now, Canada is very expensive. I mean, their gasoline, a gallon of gasoline is like $8 or $9.
Holy shit.
Up there. Yeah, holy shit is right. So as much as we bitch about things here in the United States, we really don't know how lucky we are until we go outside of the United States.
Yeah, I agree with that completely.
And I'm choking on a lifesaver here.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I really, really love theater. I really love performing. I really love teaching. But it's just, it's gone to the point where I've been in the game long enough that I'm starting to see why people get burnt out so easily. And it's because...
And you're only 24.
Yes, and it's because theater is this profession where it makes you feel like if you're not constantly going and looking for your next job and looking for your next move and trying to get ahead in the game,
it's a hustle.
Then what are you doing? And by the time you get to be 24, 25, and this is all you've been doing, going nonstop. Now, I told you today, this is my first day off since August.
Right.
Like I am burnt out. I'm ready to like stop theater for a while. And it's upsetting because it makes you feel like
you lost.
If you're not constantly looking for the next thing, you're not constantly doing anything, like what are you doing?
So hypothetically speaking, if you left theater, what would you want to do?
I literally have no idea.
Well,
honestly, it's to the point where I could not sit at a desk all day, but it's to the point where I would.
Become an Uber driver.
I thought about that, but that's dangerous.
Become a pilot.
We actually have talked about that.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I just want to, and that's the thing too with theater. No offense to anybody who does theater out there, but I'm going to tell you straight, you'd make no money.
Is Broadway even open yet?
Yes, some shows are. Yeah,
right.
But like, if you're not in a show or you're not working on a production, you don't get paid.
You're waiting tables at a diner.
Yes, and it's like I just want something that's more. That's more. I just want something more than that, and it really sucks because I feel like I've wasted my parents' money on doing something that I'm not 100%
Well, it's
sure
not your
about.
money, so what do you care? No, I'm just saying.
I know. No. I know.
Sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Harwich.
No, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like there's so much more out there. I don't know. It's just, I feel like I'm at the point where I'm burnt out and I need something new. And I just don't know what that new thing is.
Well, this is a perfect place to vent these frustrations.
I know.
Because we have an audience out there that loves and supports you. So who knows? They may have ideas. Some of them may be
send me your ideas.
Sicko ideas, but you know what? They're ideas.
Hey, if I had no morals, I'd be a stripper.
I don't even think they're open.
Okay, but I'm saying if I had no morals, I'd make bank. Strippers make so much money.
Now, you're talking about an avenue that I know a lot about. Okay, not that I'm a stripper or anything, but I do have friends that are strippers.
Yes.
Or are in the adult entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And some of them have morals. A lot of them are going to do it to raise money to go to school to become, lawyers or whatnot or whatever they're going to do. But
don't get me wrong, I live pretty comfortably with my parents, and
I understand
and
that.
my boyfriend makes decent money, and he has a great career. But like, I need like financial stability, and I know I'm only 24, but again, being in this career, like I feel like I should be so much further than I am.
When you think about it, stripping is theater.
I mean, that's true, I guess.
I mean, it just you don't have any costumes on. Actually, no, that's not true. You strip out of a costume. Okay, a lot of people are going to be interested in this topic.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it at the clubs in Rhode Island.
Go back to Newport.
just my personal preference is the clubs in Rhode Island are way better than the ones up here in Boston.
Really? I've never been to one.
We'll have to when they open up. Yeah, no, serious. I know guys that have brought wives and girlfriends and whatnot.
Yeah, I believe it.
And they sit there and drink and have fun and watch all the perverts.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
I bet. Yeah, it sounds great. It sounds like a time.
It's fantastic. We even brought Uncle Frank down here. Remember Uncle Frank?
Oh my God, I miss him.
All right, it was my 30th birthday. Yeah, which was, oh my God, it was 20 years ago. And we took a whole gaggle of people down to Rhode Island to one of the clubs. And Frank was petrified that he was going to get AIDS by even looking at them.
Oh
and
my
whatnot.
God, I bet.
He had hand sanitizer 20 years before COVID. And he was like, don't touch me. I don't want to get AIDS. It was fantastically entertaining. Now, if you were going to do it, now this is a whole bubble here. I'm not saying I don't encourage you doing this. You're a friend of mine.
Yeah, I won't be doing it.
You're the executive producer. But if this was Fantasyland, what type of costume do you think you would do?
I don't even know. I don't really know that much about strippers.
Like a Top Gun, a Tom Cruise outfit. And you can come out to Highway to.
That's funny.
Or what's your favorite movie of all time?
Titanic, I guess.
Oh, there you go. You could do it. You could do your act to Celine Dion's song.
Yeah, there you go.
Or even better. This one would see a lot of people who go to these clubs are nerds. You could do a Strangers theme.
Oh my God, yeah.
Stranger Things
there
theme.
Go.
Like an 11.
That'd be creepy.
You know, you can doing your hand thing and whatnot.
That's funny.
You just play that song over.
Yeah.
That would be odd, but it's a good thing you have morals. I don't ever want to go into one of these clubs and all of a sudden hear, and now all the way from a stage review in London, Abby. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I'm all set.
No. It'd be like the time we went into the strip club when Bull's sister was a stripper, and
that's so uncomfortable.
He had to put a napkin in front of his eyes.
Oh my God, I don't blame him.
And she went absolutely berserk, screaming at him, "What are you doing here? I forgot. I didn't know you were working tonight." So it would just be odd.
Oh my God.
It would just be very strange.
So weird.
Now, speaking of stranger things, I heard through the grapevine that you may be going down to a Comic-Con. Confirm or deny that you may be going down to meet, what's his name there? Dusty Buns.
I want to, but I think, again, because of theater, I have to work.
On Sundays?
Depends on what Sunday.
This coming Sunday.
I know that I have to work Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Well, that's not Sunday.
I know, but I'm not sure about Sunday.
Okay, well, I'm just throwing this out there because I know how for years.
I know.
If ever one of those people from Stranger Things come to a show,
I know.
I have to go. And this is one of your favorites.
I know. Oh,
you can sing the Neverending Story theme with them.
Oh my God! I hope I can make it. I have to check. When
All right,
I go home.
Have to chat during this week.
Yeah, we'll have to chat. I'll have to look.
Now, one of the things that I saw on your Twitter feed that you were very apologetic that you haven't been around.
Yes.
And you are going to be giving away free autographs again.
Hell yeah, I am.
And you've picked out 3 photos from your photo shoot.
Yep.
And I heard you're going to put them up there sometime at the end of the week.
Yes.
So I know what they are, but I'm curious to see what the fans are going to actually pick the most. You know, one of them is a cheerleader outfit.
Yep.
One of them is in the After Hours of TC Restani shirt.
Yep.
And I don't remember what the third one was. I really don't remember. But people have missed you.
I've missed the people. I have missed you too.
I've missed you, even though we chat all the time and text messages. Oh my God, I did this. Oh my God, I did that.
I know. I feel like all of my responses to you are always OMG, and then I never think about it until after I send it. And I'm like, oh. Look what I did there.
Okay, it's like I got one this morning. You know, I'm not a morning person, right?
Yeah.
And I was wiping the sleep out of my eyes, and I looked at my phone. It was all blurry when I just saw 3 little letters, and I go, I know who this is. I went back to bed.
Yep. Sounds about right.
So 2022 could be a big changing year for Abby Harwich.
Yeah. I don't really know what I want to do.
Because earlier this year you talked about when New Year's resolution, you didn't want to take shit from anybody.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to tell you, I've definitely lived up to that resolution.
Oh, good.
I've realized who the people are in my life who care about me. And
these are the people in your neighborhood.
Yeah, and I don't know, I feel like a lot of people, well, when my aunt passed away this past spring,
right.
I took that really hard. And honestly, I still do take that pretty hard. The first year is really hard, and I'm sure it's really challenging. And after she passed away, my boyfriend and I started dating a month or 2 before she passed away.
Right.
He met her once. That was the weekend that she passed away. Since then, my family dynamic on that side of the family has been pretty weird, and things just really haven't been the same. And I kind of isolated myself in a way. And when I did that, the people who actually cared stuck around, and the people who didn't just told me that I isolated myself because I have a boyfriend now and I don't care about them.
They're just jealous.
But if you're really my friend, you wouldn't be. And I'm really sick of people telling me what I should do or how I should feel, and just at the end of the day, just shut up and be my friend. I don't need to talk to you every single day
Or like,
for you to be my friend.
or like that Billy Joel song, go ahead with your own life, leave me alone.
Honestly, like at the end of the day, that's how I feel now. Because we're all adults, we're growing up, and
Some
shit
of
happens.
us will never grow up, but that's okay.
True. But shit happens and life gets in the way, and that doesn't mean that we can't be friends. It just means it's not going to be the same way that it used to be.
So these are relatives you're referring to?
Not really.
Or friends?
Yeah.
Like lifelong friends? Or college friends?
A lot of friends from college.
Okay, well,
Actually, like not all of my college friends, but the friends I'm referring to are only friends from
now
college.
didn't you meet Mr. Stargazer while you were in college?
Yes, we were best friends.
Through college?
Yes.
So you think there may be a little bit of a jealousy thing going on here? That,
Honestly, probably.
That, I was friends with him. I wanted him before you wanted him, and you got him, blah, blah, blah. Any of that crap going on?
I mean, maybe behind closed doors, but like before my boyfriend and I started dating, I wouldn't say things were a little messy, but neither of us were really in the place to be in a relationship. And it got a little muddy for a little while. But like, and I feel like a lot of my friends, not a lot of my friends, I take that back. Maybe like one or two of my friends really have not let that go.
Really? Now,
And it really sucks because that is absolutely not how our relationship is.
just how to fuck off. That's the best word.
That's honestly how I feel about it right now, but it sucks because they were my best friend.
Now, they think they're jealous not because you're in a relationship, but they think you're jealous because you're doing what you want to do. You know, you've graduated college, you're going to grad school to become a theatrical person, which you really don't want to do anymore, which you learned on this broadcast. But are they one of the people who went to school for 4 years, got a liberal arts degree, and are now working at Burger King?
No.
None of them are doing that.
No. They have their life together, but you know.
Well, these are people who have planned their life since kindergarten, and are, you know, if they're not married with kids by 24, they're going to jump off a building.
I would just say COVID changed them a lot.
Okay, so they isolated more?
Well, we don't live in the same state for starters.
Okay.
But we never have. So I don't really know why that's an issue all of a sudden.
Okay. Well, I can see during the height of COVID, no one wanted to be around people. I could understand that.
But then even after COVID was like, quote unquote, over, it's just like, I don't know. The people that I'm referring to really haven't ever been in a relationship before ever.
Really?
And
so
I feel like maybe they feel as though I have
abandoned
accomplished more and have taken the reins of my own life, and maybe they've taken a back seat to that.
Really?
And it's not because I don't care about them. It's because at the end of the day, my life is my life and your life is your life. And we can be friends, but there needs to be like a line drawn in the sand at the end of the day, you know?
No, I understand completely.
And it just sucks because I knew that this was going to happen.
Well, it's called life, kid.
Right. And I knew that was going to happen, but the way that it has all happened is just for the wrong intentions. And I'm sick of people blaming it on me being in a relationship.
I don't think that's the big... Everybody gets into relationships every once in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, you think these people aren't going to get married somewhere down the line?
Right.
So are you going to say, oh, I can't come over your house because you're in a relationship, you know?
Right.
I just think these people have nothing but, like we said earlier, they have a hair across their ass.
Yeah.
They need to get
totally.
They need to get out of the bubble, which is the United States, and see how the other parts of the world live, and then they'll be jumping back into this country with a whole different perspective.
They are definitely the type of people that would not do that, which is...
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they should come into my Twitter space chats and listen to all the perspectives from people all around the globe. That'll wake up their nonsensical views real quick.
Good luck.
Give me their numbers. Give me their Twitter handles. I'll invite them in tonight.
Oh, I will.
And say, listen, coming in this chat right now, what the hell is wrong with you? Why do you have a hair across your ass?
Seriously. It's just... I don't know.
That ambulance is going down on the penthouse, and we can hear it up here. Maybe that's one of your friends right now jumping off a bridge because they're not in a relationship.
Maybe, honestly, maybe. But it's just like, out of that whole friend group, it's really just one of them that's still holding a grudge about something. And if it's about me not spending time with them, I'm sorry that we live 2 states away, and I don't even see my boyfriend who lives down the street from me until like the weekend because I'm so busy. Like, I'm sorry if you're upset about that or if you're offended by that. I'm so sick of people being offended by everything. This podcast really took a turn.
I really am not offended by anything. Nothing
I'm
offends
not
me.
either, honestly.
Nothing offends me. It's like,
But is that because you're a white male?
No, it's because I have Irish blood in me.
Okay, that's logical.
That's why.
But like, no, seriously, the way that my program has made me think is the reason I'm unfazed about anything is because I'm a privileged white woman. And I'm really sick of having that mindset.
You can't be too privileged if you haven't had a day off since August.
Right, but I'm really sick of that because I did not choose to be born a white woman in the middle class.
Well, everybody's changing what
I did not choose that.
Everybody's changing what they want to be.
Oh, I know, and that's a huge problem in one of the programs that I'm involved in.
You could identify as that dog climbing the pyramid down in Mexico.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me.
Well, neither does half the other things that people turn into either. So go for it.
Yeah.
As Rocky would go for it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just...
This podcast isn't taking a turn for the worse. This is taking a turn for the better.
No, I just said took a turn.
You're getting all this crap off your chest.
Yeah.
And
I'm just like overworked. I'm tired. I'm stretched thin, and I feel like I'm getting nothing for it, honestly. I'm getting paid like chump change for a lot of shit that I've done, and I'm over it. And I need something that's more rewarding than that.
Well, buy a lottery ticket.
That's a good idea, actually.
Pick some. It's Powerball night. Go
tonight.
Get a quick pick.
Tonight's Powerball.
Powerball is Monday, Wednesdays, and I believe Saturdays.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So just get a quick pick for $2. Your life may change overnight.
That would be nice.
Or you'd lose $6 every week.
Yeah, that's true.
So any other things you have to say to the fans out there who really missed you and they're going to be in your corner when they hear this podcast? They're going to find these people and flog them.
Good. I hope they do. I'm just kidding.
No, you don't. Get it. I'm like the Emperor in Star Wars. Good. I can feel the anger in you.
That's how I feel.
You know, let it out. Do it. Do it.
I would just like to say thank you so much for supporting me. I'm sorry I haven't been around. I'm very happy to be back. I'm going to try to be back as much as possible now because I don't have anything to do at night for the most part.
On Mondays.
Yeah.
You better be back.
I will be.
Because I don't want to get a phone call like on Sunday. Oh, guess what? And I got to do because then I'm going to be mad. And I'm going to be.
Next Monday, I will be here. The Monday after that, I might not be.
Why are we going that Monday?
That Monday, my boyfriend has the week off for the first time since senior year of college.
Bring him down.
Oh, that's a good idea. I could do that.
Bring him down here. I've only seen him from a distance. I have said wave to him, but I've not actually.
He would be so uncomfortable.
That's right. We're on a microphone. We're not on camera or anything. You know, it's like Mr. Stargazer here. You know, just now. If you're gonna let him listen to this program,
yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
You know, because maybe he'll call you up and go, all right, we're gonna take another trip.
Maybe.
Now, where in the world would you want to go? If he called up tomorrow and said, listen, Abs, we're going to the airport, which you probably still do your little midnight runs if you have time. Do you still do your midnight runs?
I haven't in a while. I haven't had any time. Actually, that's a lie. I went the other day.
Okay.
But for the first time, like since I got off the plane.
Did you cry when you did it? Was it like a...
No, it felt weird.
Was it a big relief?
It actually felt weird.
Really?
Because I would go on drives to the airport like when I needed to clear my mind or when I just needed alone time.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've been in a healthy place where I haven't needed that recently, which is great. But when I did that drive, it was a weird, like I was tethering a weird line of like, oh, this is just like the drive that I needed. And like, I love being able to have time to relax. But then the other side of things is I feel like the same feelings I would feel when I would go for those drives because I needed to clear my mind. You know?
You needed a reboot.
Yeah, it was weird.
Now, getting back to the question, if he called and said, we're at the airport, where would you want to go?
Alaska.
Alaska? Mm-hmm. Why?
My aunt and my father have always wanted to go on the Alaskan cruise.
Really?
Yep. They've always wanted to go, and I have no idea why. I don't know anything about Alaska.
It's cold.
I know that, and I don't like the cold, which is interesting why I want to go there.
Sarah Palin lives there.
That is also true. I don't know. And I think it might just be stemming from my aunt and my father wanting to go, but I really do want to go to Alaska, and I really want to see the Northern Lights.
Everything in Alaska looks like a Bob Ross painting.
Oh, I bet. I absolutely bet.
So you want to see the Aurora Borealis?
What is that?
That's the Northern Lights.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Clearly, I don't know enough about this to actually want to go see it.
Okay, we brought this up. I was actually chatting with someone in my Twitter chat who lives in like Saskatchewan, Canada.
Okay.
And he sees the Northern Lights. So basically the Northern Lights, well, from what I was told the other night, I didn't know anything about this because I'm not really a scientist, those are sun flares or something getting caught in our atmosphere, bouncing back and forth.
Oh, really?
That is what
so
it is.
Cool.
The Aurora Borealis.
That's really cool.
I don't know what that means, but it's the Aurora Borealis.
I didn't know that.
Well, see, you learn everything here on the After Hours of TC Restani, the podcast. Well, once again, this is an unbelievable treat. I woke up this morning, I saw the OMG, and I said in the back of my mind, I know she's going to come down tonight and do a podcast.
Did you really?
I did. And then I said...
Psychic.
I said, I sent you back a text saying, you want to do a podcast? We should do a podcast soon. And you're like, how about tonight? And here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we are. You manifested it.
History in the making. It's like that book, The Secret. If you believe it, it'll happen.
You manifested it.
It manifested it. And it's here and it's happening. And you better be back next week. If you're not back next week, I'm going to be one of those people who are going to be mad at you.
I will be back next week.
But I could never be mad at you because you're Abby, the executive producer of After Hours of TC Restani. And you know who's been really asking for it is our good friend, Captain Dave Marciano.
I knew you were going to say that. I almost wore the sweatshirt tonight.
Really?
And I just grabbed this one randomly out of the drawer. I'm running out of my house and I'm like, you know what? I should have put on the other one. And I said to myself, I bet you he's going to say something about him.
Right. Now, one other thing before we go. What was your Halloween costume again?
Oh, yes. My boyfriend and his friends are like obsessed with this show on Netflix called Peaky Blinders. I've never seen it.
I don't even know what that is.
It's about like Irish or English mob or something, like families who like run the, I don't even know. I can't even explain it to you.
So it's like a gangster show.
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. And they were all playing different characters and he was playing Tommy, and in the show Tommy has a wife who apparently looks like me, so I played Tommy's wife. I've never seen the show, but apparently I had all of the things that made the outfit. I'm going to have to Google
that. What's the name of the show again?
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to have to look this up right now and see what it is. Peaky Blinders. How do you spell Peaky Blinders?
Peeky.
Peeky. Oh, it pops right up. Peaky Blinders cast. Let's see. No, Tommy's wife. Does Tommy's wife have a name?
Oh my God, I don't know.
Tommy's wife?
Her last name is Shelby.
In the show?
Yes. In the show.
His name is Shelby.
His last name is Shelby. It's Tommy Shelby.
He's Tommy Shelby. Well, there's a John Shelby. You don't look like him.
I really cannot think of her name.
There's a Lizzie Shelby, but she has dark hair.
Can I see?
Nastasia O'Keefe is her name.
I don't know.
No, that's the one right there.
Oh yeah, no.
That doesn't look like you at all.
No, you gotta go like search like.
Is it Linda Shelby? Kate Phillips?
I don't even know.
She's the only blonde I have. This girl looks nothing like you. I'm looking through this cast right now, so...
no, like I meant like I could have played her because I had the blonde hair.
Oh, okay. Well, then you definitely did. Then this chick right here, Kate Phillips.
Just search Peaky Blinders, Tommy Shelby's wife.
Okay.
Search that.
You know what? I really don't want to go through this right now because I really don't care. But
either way, we walked.
Oh, wait a minute. No,
we were walking down the streets of Boston and people knew who we were.
Here we go. You were Ada Shelby, played by Sophie Rundle. That girl kind of looks like you.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Well, you know what?
Now I need to look.
Anybody out there who watches this show and they think they look like she looks like Abby, let us know. You can follow me, TC Restani, at After Hours TC, and you can follow Abby at
After Hours Abby.
And remember, this is After Hours, and we what?
We never close.